Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Truth or Fiction Classified. My name is Justus Knight, and today we're going to cover a topic that I've covered so much. And those of you who've been with me from the beginning know that I cover Google and Facebook and Amazon and Twitter religiously. And there's a reason for that, because they are changing the social and political paradigms of all our very existence, and that is not an overstatement. They are impacting political elections. They're impacting the way they shop, the way we shop, and they are taking our very information, our information souls, and using it against us. This is the devil's plaything at this point in time, and nobody's doing anything to stop it. And unfortunately, now even President Trump hasn't stopped it. In an effort to help us with NAFTA and some of the other agreements, he may have inadvertently or intentionally, nobody knows at this point in time, allowed these tech titans more power, more control. Terrified yet? You'll be even more so by the end of this broadcast, but we're going to rush through it because it's a lot of information. What inspired this? One of the three articles that inspired this. First, I want you to look on your screen. Why Amazon is a bully and Facebook and Google are the enemies of independent thought. The Atlantic's Franklin Farr, author of World Without Mind, The Existential Threat of Big Tech. I can't say that I was skeptical of these people right from the start, talking about the tech titans. What they did seemed exciting and novel. It takes a while for us to realize exactly what they've done that's so terrible, or what the threats are that's posed by them. And that's so true, because when I had just mentioned President Trump and Congress and Senate, when they're writing laws right now, they don't even understand the full scope and breadth of the control that these titans have. And so where they should be paying attention, they're only paying attention to what they understand. They don't understand the political influence as of yet, or exactly how they've weaponized our data against us. I'll go further in this article. And he's very unhappy with the lawmakers. He states the Justice Department, he can't believe there haven't been more restrictions. This was in relation to directly Amazon. But if you go further, right here, Facebook and Google are constantly organizing things in a way which we're not really cognizant. And we're not even taught to be cognizant. And most people aren't, and done in a way of which they're leveraging our data. Our data is this cartography of the inside of our psyche. They know our weakness, and they know the things that give us pleasure, and the things that cause us anxiety and anger. They use that information in order to keep us addicted. That makes the companies the enemies of independent thought. When they control what you see, when they control what's on your news feed, when they downplay news or information that they don't agree with, they aren't allowing for independent thought. It's our own addictions. Don't kid ourselves. We're the ones who feed these companies. They are ultimately privately held. But so many people now, and when they start to impact elections, and if you go just a step further here, this was an article on courts. Facebook, Google, and Amazon are big winners in the new NAFTA deal. How can Facebook, Google, and Amazon be winners in the NAFTA deal? Well, they are. Go in the article here. The USMCA deal, the U.S., Canada, and Mexico tentatively agree to. Now President Trump just signed this, by the way, just yesterday when you're watching this. Agreed to provide wide-reaching protection to internet giants from lawsuits and liabilities for what appears on their services. Let's read the exact section 230. No party shall adopt or maintain measures that treat a supplier or a user of an interactive computer service as an information content provider in determining liability for harms related to information stored, processed, transmitted, distributed, or made available by that service. In this article, the service, except to the extent the supplier or user has, in whole or in part, created or developed the information. Okay, so basically, Facebook and Google can't be responsible for what I put on my videos. They are only allowing a platform through which I can broadcast. Right? Well, the government says, okay, we're going to make sure you're not liable. However, to make sure you're not liable, and here's the linchpin. Interactive computer services aren't considered the publisher of the information we just talked about. What that means is they can't be a target of a libel suit or other complaints. Now, very last sentence. When, and this is all about free speech now, when they make good faith, quotes, efforts to eliminate obscenities, violence, and harassment. With no definitions. So if I am a conservative Republican and I say that Nancy Pelosi should not be the Speaker of the House, is that harassment of Nancy Pelosi? If they deem it to be, they can take down my channel or my post. Because without definitions, you've given them now full power to do whatever they want with the information they may agree with or may not agree with no liabilities or impact on them directly. Nobody can sue them. People's livelihoods exist on YouTube. People's companies are promoted through Facebook. So if these new Gestapo leaders decide that they don't like your company, message, or service, they turn you off. And you're done. So all you can hear is what they agree with. And if we go back to the article, what did he say? They make the companies the enemies of independent thought. They absolutely do, because that independent thought is gone. And what makes it worse is when you go into Forbes, this article here, annual predictions for marketers, from AI to politics to augmented intelligence to orchestration. I study marketing. I stay on top of marketing. And the reason I always do is because I want to know how they're going to market to the American people, what's happening around us. Well, what they're basically stating here is that this is going to be amazing. I'm going to find it right here. TV will catch up with and possibly surpass digital channels. Now, I want you to hold on for that. The social, digital, and TV convergence, the social, digital, and TV convergence will actually happen. 2019 will mark the end of the big data era, which was characterized by lots and lots of data, but a lack of focus and control. Big data will evolve into integrated data. Finally, transcending data silos, they'll now expand out of the Facebook silo, for example, and move that has long been hinted at, but has yet to be widely realized. To give marketers an accurate understanding of how all of their channels interact and affect one another, we'll finally see the convergence of social, digital, and TV that marketers have anticipating. What's that saying? We may soon see a Facebook CNN. We may soon see a Google MSN. Because when they integrate those social platforms into news platforms, how is our youth, or even us, now to determine what is social media driven versus factual driven? Are you starting to understand why they threw out that false news narrative, knowing that this was coming? The next rendition of the Tech Titans is the full convergence of TV, digital, internet, social media into one mass control arm. But don't worry, because we released them from all the liabilities of ever being sued for taking down messages that they don't agree with. And that is exactly how President Trump inadvertently, accidentally, or just not understanding what he was signing, gave them now the power to fully control and steer our country and the messages that every one of us, everyone in the U.S. population see. That is horrifying. And these are just 3 simple articles. I could pull out hundreds relating to this exact topic. And you need to know, you need to understand, you need to finally see and fully see, not finally see, fully see the big picture of what's unfolding right in front of us. They're the enemies of freedom. They're the enemies of our great republic. They are the enemies of the state. They are the enemies of all of us if they run their companies the way they have been running them, because now they have been given full societal power to control the United States towards whatever agenda they so choose. And unfortunately, that has been the global agenda, the stripping of our identities. And for that, we all need to be very, very afraid. If you haven't subscribed to this broadcast, I certainly hope you will. There will be much more information on this coming out. But most importantly, Godspeed and God bless. Signing out. Until next time, I can't wait to see you.